Psalm 73:26. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. That whole verse, Psalms, is really cool. I recommend you go and read it. Preparing for Learn to Skate May 17th, I realized that I may be able to mix teaching sales and trying to sell you on why you should come May 17th. There's been a couple things that have come up in my heart and in my mind last couple days. So here we go. When you start the sales process, you gotta, number one, figure out what your product is and how that's going to serve others. And then once you've really established that mission statement, you can then start to ask discovery questions from your customer and learn how to connect those dots. One of the easiest ways to do that is the discovery questions: who, what, when, why, how many. I tried to put that in the top corner of the board. So Learn to Skate May 17th, 10 to 2 a.m. all skills, all skill levels. If you've never stepped foot on a skateboard, if you've got 10-year, 15-year career, you are welcome and you'll have a good time. We're going to do instructionals. There's going to be actual event. So it's going to be a mixture of a low pressure and a high pressure event. Something, you know, athletes, that extra gear that we have inside. So we'll have aspects to the event that maybe pulls a little bit more out of you, not necessarily to get you out of your comfort zone, but just make you realize the greatness that you have inside of you. Donations and shout outs are going to be a way that I can re-excite you in this sales process. All of the donations that come in are going to be then put either towards this event or the next event. Anyone who has done any event planning, they know that you're going in the hole and it's an original investment and you just hope to have a return on investment. For me, the return on investment is the actual event. You know, if we can get to the point where we're breaking even on these events, that's huge. And that's more than I could ask for. The shout outs is the fun part. You know, I try to link people into the bio and tag their Facebook pages on my videos just to spread the love. You know, I know there's some really cool things that are happening in the community and the way God's working in people's lives and allowing them, nudging them forward towards their calling. So I'd love to be able to shout those out. But for the sales training today, right, we've got the whys or the discovery questions. Another way that you can keep the conversation going during that process versus just like a survey is the Fords: family, occupation, recreation, dreams or dogs, whichever you like better, and sports. All these things will help mix it and go from nobody likes a survey, nobody likes a bunch of questions machine gunned at them. But what they do like is a conversation and you being able to peel back the layers. So you're going to find a comfortable balance between what, you know, hey, what do you have going on May 17th? That's a pretty good start. Okay. Oh, neat. So you've got a family and, you know, a 15-year-old boy and a 8-year-old girl. Neither of them have skateboarded before. Okay, cool. What do you do for a living? Oh, nice. So you know what it takes to give 100% effort and what it takes to have good character and integrity. Right? So I could keep going, but I got to try to keep this in a limited. So, you know, mixing those Fords into the discovery, and then you got to have the close or the call to action. Now, depending on which kind of sales you're in, this changes. Assuming the sale is, let's go ahead and get this started today because you know it's a good decision. You know, for anyone with a skateboarding background who knows me personally, knows that they'll probably have a good time on May 17th. Anyone who may be more reserved, asking for the business in that original close can be a really tough part. An install date, right? So a lot of times when you go to close, it's, are you a morning or an afternoon person? That's a really easy way to offer up, hey, I'm gonna either come in the morning or the afternoon. Good news is the skate event is both, all right? 10 to 2. If you're a morning person, go ahead and get in there, get more maybe one-on-one instruction. If you're an afternoon person, come to the event and see the competition side and just check it out. That offering that initial close of, hey, show up, the close on this video is I'm at almost 6 minutes. If you're still hanging on, then you're buying into something. But the objections, I've went ahead and made it easy for you and already thought of all the reasons that you cannot make it on May 17th. The first one is prior plans. Hey, I get it. There's events that were planned way far in advance. This Skate to Learn was not one of those. So if you got extra plans, there's going to be another Skate to Learn event. That's going to be announced the day of the first one, and we're going to keep the ball rolling. You got to ask your spouse or ask your friend, because you don't want to come out it alone. You know, you need some confidence. You need your schedule to open up. I get it. To handle that objection, if your friend or spouse was the one watching this video, what do you think they would say about May 17th? What do you think they would say about skateboarding with a helmet on? Don't have time. This is a tough one, but with a 4-hour event, if you show up for 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, that is completely okay. I run off of the high five currency. If you want to pull up, squealing tires, jump out of your car, run over, give me a high five, and go back to whatever you were doing, that's cool too. You're scared. I get it. Nobody likes pain. Pain is not good. A lot of times in life, if we get bit by something, it's human nature not to go back towards that again. I've spent 32 years on this earth dealing with being scared and how to triumph fear and what fear even looks like. So out of anything, just showing up, you may have a chance to have a stronghold on that fear, or realize by watching somebody risk their life on a skateboard, the fear that you had may not be so significant. You're not interested. This is probably my favorite objection, because this event is not set in stone. This event can be, we can add things, we can take them away. The structure is very loose. There is structure, but there's about 3 game plans going into the day, because I don't know what it's going to hold. So being not interested, can you let me know what kind of event you would be interested in? That may turn into a shout out. That may turn into somebody that I can promote in the next video. Or we may have putt-putt golf at the skate park. We may have a little golf hole-in-one challenge. You know, we can really do whatever we like with this event, because it's just gonna be fun. Let's just show up and see what happens. So going back to my closing loop here, are you a morning or afternoon person? You gave me an objection. My rebuttal has to start with something. I get it. I understand. A nod, hey, meeting them where they're at. With a video that's 10 minutes long, if you weren't interested, you already turned it off. So at least I have that example, but you want to meet them where they're at. Hey, I completely understand that your schedule is busy. I completely understand you got to talk to your friends, see if they can come with you. I understand if you are scared or know nothing about skateboarding or don't even own a skateboard. Or I understand if skateboarding seems off the wall, and why would Colby even try to do that, considering he spent the majority of his life on the water. I understand. That gets the conversation going back up in a positive direction, and that's where you have a chance to re-excite them. Re-exciting on this event, Cliff Bars. You know those things? Yeah, they're really good. That's one of the only ways I can re-excite you. If you show up for 15 minutes, I'm going to throw you a Cliff Bar. There you go. There's your lunch break in a nutshell. What else can I do to re-excite you? There'll be giveaways. There will be testimonials and scriptures read. We don't really know. We're expecting the unexpected. That can re-excite you in itself. And then you have a chance to re-close. A lot of times the rebuttal and re-excite, you want to address some of the discovery questions. This is an art. You're going to get better at tying the conversation back in. I kind of machine gunned you the objections and what I would say, but getting that in the conversation of, hey, I know you said that you were free May 17th. I was just offering an avenue. Hey, I know you said that your kids are rambunctious and you really wish that they would focus on something and enjoy something in life. I was just giving you an option. Whatever that is going to help you tie it into the reclose. So now that you have more information on the Learn to Skate event, I look forward to seeing you there.